Hey everybody, how you doing? Roadie Dave here. Welcome to the show. So as you recall, right before, like 2 weeks before I started my UPS peak season PVD gig, I discovered that UPS had bought a delivery platform called Roadie. They're going to deliver stuff that nobody else delivers. I know, like in the Atlanta, Georgia area, Delta Airlines has contracted with them, so when you fly Delta into ATL, you just get off the plane, get your car, get home, and then Roadie will deliver your luggage. How cool is that? In my market, Central Iowa, Ames, Iowa, it seems like the only thing that Roadie does here is deliver Walmart groceries. People order groceries on the Walmart website, and then Walmart has subcontracted Roadie to deliver the groceries to your home. At the time, 2 months ago, the Roadie gigs through Walmart seemed to be pretty sporadic and pretty much in the morning only. I did do 5 runs just to get my feet wet and kind of learn the app, and then it was off to UPS for peak season. Here we are, fresh into 2022, a new year, and time to mix things up. So I'm out dashing on Tuesday the 4th, and I load up the Roadie app and make sure it's all updated and everything, and I've got notifications now turned on. I had them turned off before because, man, they were going off left and right, and of course I couldn't do anything about it. So anyway, so the notifications are going off like crazy on Tuesday, so I pause my door dashing for about an hour and run 2 Roadie jobs, just to refresh myself with the app and the policy and the procedures. After 2 jobs in 1 hour, I resume my door dashing, but I leave the notifications on. I want to see how quickly and how often Roadie gigs show up, because it was pretty few and far between, as I mentioned a couple months ago. Wow, they seem to be hitting a lot harder and a lot faster. So I developed a strategy that on Wednesday I was going to do Roadie in the morning for a few hours and then jump back into DoorDashing for the lunch rush and then for the rest of the day, and see how that all worked out. So it's Wednesday, the 5th of January, and as I roll into Ames, there's several offers on the map. We have 2 Walmarts in town, a south one and a north one, and the south one is down there by Restaurant Row, where I usually hang out when I'm doing my DoorDash thing. So I click on one of the icons and submit the offer for an order, and I'd found out previously in my other attempts that I got rejected almost 50% of the time. Now, just a clarification, it is winter break here at Iowa State University, so quite a few of the 25,000 university students are home. They're not here in town, so this may skew the results a little bit. But I submitted offers for 4 orders, and I was approved for all 4 of them. I took pretty simple offers, single deliveries, no multiple deliveries, pretty short distances, and again, just to kind of get my groove here with Roadie. Now, 2 months ago when I first started experimenting with Roadie here, the payouts seemed to be pretty low, around the $7 to $8 range, and for a quick 1 or 2 mile trip, that isn't that bad. I noticed immediately that the payouts are a little bit higher. Again, maybe that's the supply and demand thing with not a lot of college kids here doing the gig economy stuff. So this is quite the opportunity and time for me to get more Roadie jobs under my belt and get my hierarchy set, if you will, in the app. So as I said, there was a couple offers on the map there, and one of them was running about $6 or $8 if I remember right, and I just kept refreshing the map. And I don't know if it was the exact same one or not, but it sure appeared to be going in the same direction in pretty much the same area of town. All of a sudden that increased up to a little over $12. I submitted the offer and I was accepted. So I was just heading that way anyway, went up there and got loaded up and made the delivery. My first few jobs 2 months ago were mainly face-to-face with groceries. That kind of makes sense, especially in the heat of Iowa fall. Now everything seems to be contact-free. There's a bunch more stuff going on in the world and in the country. Everything went real smooth with the 4 deliveries that I did. I worked 2 out of the North Walmart and 2 out of the South Walmart, and they seemed to be real quick coming out to the car loaded up. Now here's the thing, it was brutal today. It was 7 degrees for the temperature and about 14 below with the wind. It was pretty nasty out here today. I did the Roadie gig from 8:30 a.m. until 10:30. So I'll just rattle off some numbers here real quick and then we'll look at the spreadsheet. I made offers on 4 jobs. I was accepted for all of them. They paid out $12.26, $12.25, $8.78, and $14.34. Let's head to the spreadsheet. Alright, for the 2 days, I did a total of 6 jobs for a total of 3 hours. Man, the numbers look absolutely freaking spectacular. Payout was $69.50, which breaks down to an average of $23.17 per hour. Speedwagon racked up 31 miles. That was 2.5 gallons, and at my $2.78 per gallon through my Sam's Club membership and their pumping services there, I only spent $6.96 on gas. Over to the right there, we see my dollar per mile average was a very healthy $2.22. The average job rate clocked in at $11.58. That's pretty good in my opinion there. I got a total of 11 jobs under my belt now. So my gross pay so far for the 2 days, the 3 hours, $69.50, and I'm going to take out my taxes and my gas and my vehicle expenses. So the final net was $48.64 divided by the 3 hours that I worked was $16.21 an hour. That's after all of my expenses. Bring it on. So again, as I've said, there's quite a few college kids gone. So right now the market, the supply and demand is pretty heavy on the deliveries and a little light on the deliverers. So for the next 7 or 10 days while the kids are gone, I'm going to run roadie pretty hard in the morning. My strategy will be get there at 8 a.m. into Ames, run for about 3 hours until 11, then I'll jump over to the DoorDash thing. The other day I happened to notice that after about 11 a.m. or so, the roadie Walmart gigs dropped off real quick and hard. Didn't hear that many notifications coming up for gigs. However, later on in the afternoon, they were spiking just a little bit. So I think that'll be my strategy here for the short term at least. Run roadie in the morning, then hit DoorDash for the lunch rush, and then carry DoorDash through the rest of the day. Our afternoon runs, lunchtime in Ames lasts damn near all afternoon. But you know what, if roadie picks up, I can always keep an eye on that, pause the DoorDash, and then jump into some grocery deliveries, if I feel that would be the better course of action. Right now for roadie, I'm going to keep it simple. Single jobs. Sometimes I've seen some jobs that pay out some really damn good pay. I saw one the other day that was like $35. It was 10 stops. And I talked with a gentleman today who was doing the roadie gig, and I asked him if he had ever done any of those large multi-stops, because the single jobs that I've been taking, they're called what they call a large delivery gig, and so it's 10 or 15 grocery bags, something that you can grab with 2 hands and then take up to the door. But anyway, I asked him, I said, so these large orders that have like 5, 6, 10 stops, are they all like single bag or 2 bag deliveries that they group together to make it worth everybody's while? And he said, yeah, pretty much. He goes 2 or 3 bags. He goes, they're not very large orders that are grouped together. So, I'll probably transition into that. The one that I mentioned that I saw for $35, I think it was like 10 stops. The app said it was going to be a 30-minute job. Now that's 3-minute average per job, driving to the place. And, you're going to drive some miles. I think the mileage on that was like 12 miles altogether for the 10 stops for $35. Let's just say that takes you 45 minutes in reality to do from beginning of submitting the offer, accepting the offer, and then completing the gig. 35 for 45 minutes or even 35 for 60 minutes. That ain't bad. So as I've said one more time, with the college kids gone, only time will tell if this strategy is going to work for me. And I just have a sneaking suspicion if I can get a lot more roadie gigs underneath my belt, become established with the app and the company, if you will, that I can make this work. I've been changing some things up on the DoorDash strategy that I've employed. Stick around for those videos. They'll be coming up in the next day or two. Alright guys and gals, that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you can take something from this video and put it to use for yourself. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and hope to see you next time.